Top of morning. What's up, brother? How's the audio? Is it on the right microphone? I think it's good. Hmm. That's beautiful. What do you guys think about this chart background? I think it'll look a little bit better. I feel like the videos are just a little bit off. I don't know. I want to make a background that's just it's a little cleaner in the videos. Good Adil. Looks too orange. Yeah, yesterday it looked like not that orange. My monitor. Let me look at it on this monitor. Oh, is that what that looks like? That looks awful. Like maybe that's better. As for candle colors, this probably needs to be a little more. Yeah, I think this is good. Good. Because price action was still sloppy. Rahul wasn't the right time for market to move. So, brother, dry right now, so can't analyze what's the bias. I'm gonna be bullish. All right, let's start writing out the pre-market plan. So, market plan Friday, September 19th. Yeah, 19th. Game plan. Daily bias is bullish. Avoiding trying to pick a top and all-time highs. And if you look at high probability longs, anticipating London low to be safe. What's good, Garrett? Okay. This does not need a price label. Yeah, that's all we need. I'll be trading on the 1 minute chart. Potential TGIF after, but I would only look for that if we take all-time highs. But we won't even mark out TGIF levels until after. Said my game plan as an unprofitable trader is we get to 4 a.m. unmitigated 15-minute everything, then all-time highs. People love to do that, huh? Are you siblings with Ali? Yeah, I am. People love to not only predict where it's going to go higher, but predict exactly how much lower it's going to go before it goes higher. It's not a good thing to rely on. Focus on just asking yourself, what do I need to see to go long? Whatever that criteria is, in my opinion, that's what you need to focus on. If you need to see, a higher time frame fair value gap, okay, then that's fine. And you can see a higher time frame fair value gap to go long. Um, but just make sure. What do you guys think of this chart background? Is it better a little? I feel like it'll look better on the videos. NQU expired. Yes. What's good, Adam? What's good, Rude? What's good, Johnny, bro? Good, Fatal. Welcome back, brother. Just trade the continuing contract. Yeah. Do we trade pre-market? Who's we? Me? Me and you? No, me and you do not trade pre-market. You can trade pre-market. I don't trade pre-market. Nothing wrong with pre-market. You just need to know what to look for and when to look for it. I'd rather save my capital for morning. Good, Toffee. Pre-market. Pretty much, bro. Yeah. Pretty much. Hey, Gatie, this is Simon. What's up, Simon? What's up, What's up, brother? Why is the chart on TradeAbate so ass? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, it is just simply is. You think it's gonna retrace New York session? Hopefully. You pick Clash Royale? Rarely, sometimes. Except me for TikTok live stream. Let's together partner. We're not doing that, guys. Reckon we take previous daily highs? I'd assume so. You think we can get a double purge so it takes sell side then moves up? That would be nice, but that's not something we have to try to predict. That's something we just wait for. What time is considered pre-market? Pre-market starts at 7 a.m. Eastern time, ends at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. You think we can get a yeah? Why do you usually trade AM, not lunch or New York PM? Although watching your videos, I know you can trade it as well. Because there's usually the largest range in morning session. Now, sometimes I do trade PM. Sometimes I do trade PM. But the largest price range is usually in morning session. So I want to be there to capitalize um, capitalize on that. Yeah, pretty much. Just want to be there to capitalize on that, my brother. What did I live like? I'm long and holding for all time highs. Good luck, brother. What is the new contract? NQZ. Where you can trade NQ1, turn on beta adjust, which is at the bottom right of your screen. On the day you didn't see, did you still trade? I took one trade in the FOMC afternoon. It was a 1 hour short, which I did post a little recap, I think. Or maybe it was just in Discord. I forget. What I need to do is see. So my alpha payout date should be synced up now. Hopefully they are both synced. Nice. Okay, they're synced up. 0210, 0210. What's 0210? 0210, October 2nd. Okay, that's fine. They're synced up. That's what matters. We have until October 2nd to be eligible for another payout. What's the green code for bullish candles? I am currently using that. Um. All right, let's talk about the game plan. I'll tell you what I'm going to look at any time here. No, it can be any time frame one. It's always usually gonna be 15 minute, 10 minute, 5 minute, 1 minute, 2, 3, 4. But usually it's one of those. Yeah. Okay, let's talk about game plan. Day of the Girls Amazing, brother. Thank you. No, we did not get the accounts back, but we're working on them. So far, we've passed 2 Apex accounts, and I'll be working on my third one today. We passed 2 on stream, so we're 2 for 2. I've been half porting these accounts, meaning like risking like 750 almost. Third porting, if you want to call it. But we've passed 2 so far on stream, hoping that we can um, pass another one today, possible. So let's talk about the game plan. 15-minute chart. London low, see this line? That's midnight opening price. Market came down into midnight opening price, gave a 15-minute CISD. To me, that means we have bullish order flow going into the day. If we had a 15-minute CISD here, then that would be bearish order flow going into the day. So currently, order flow is bullish going into the day. All-time high is right here, right? And again, we don't want to be picking the top in an all-time high market. ES also has these equal highs that you see me marking out. Pretty smooth equal highs on the S&P. Let's do it with a green line. So the game plan is going into market open. The game plan is to look for high probability long setups, targeting the all-time high on NASDAQ and maybe 24,900, but I'm going to be honest, that's quite of an extreme. Now, once we take out all-time highs, we could potentially see TGIF, meaning we could retrace into the weekly range. I'm not marking out the TGIF levels now because if we don't take all-time highs, I won't be comfortable shorting. But it's possible. It'll be around 24,750. So what's 24,750? It'll pretty much be like around probably midnight opening price or maybe this low right here. That'll be your TGIF level if we go straight up. So that is a possible scenario. I wouldn't mind shorting today with TGIF narrative, but only if one, we take all-time highs and then we aggressively break. And then and only then would I look for a short to 20% TGIF level. So we'll sit here and wait to see if we get a high probability long, all-time highs, a strong draw on liquidity. And yeah, that's it. Your screen is black? Is it? Did no one see that? It's not? I think everyone saw it, bro. I think it was just you. Um, Discount levels, this sell side here. This would be like best case scenario, probably. I'm gonna be honest though. I don't know if we're gonna get there. Completely honest. It may just be like 9:30 opens, org level, and then we'll take that right away. I'll take any long that forms somewhere here, to be honest. So that is the game plan. We'll mark our opening range gap. I mean, that's always going to be a level for us. It's going to be a premium opening, so we'll have a discount gap. And you don't have to be careful, brother. Just make sure you're trading NQZ or NQ1. And yeah, that's it. Pretty simple game plan. Appreciate you, Tim, for using the code. Bro, I would risk very slow and steady. You need $200 winning days. Don't aim for more than 200 bucks. So risk anywhere from 100 to 150, I would say, and just aim for 200 bucks. You know, set your literally. You can go to your settings, set a personal daily profit target of like say like 215, just to make sure you actually get the 200 winning day, and just aim for that, bro. Start slow and steady. Try to get a first payout. Make your first payout easy. It doesn't have to be a big fat juicy payout. It can just be one, and it can lead into more. That's what I would do. I like to take it slow and steady. Last thing I will say is Alpha Futures has a 20% flash promotion sale, but only using my code. They gave me a 20% off code, even though they're only running 10% right now. It only lasts 2 days. I don't know if that starts today or yesterday, but there's that. So 48 hours only if you want the 20% off. Let's go get it. That'll be my. That's it. It's only gonna last 2 hours for that one. That would be all accounts. Opening range gap low. We mark that out. Opening range gap high. We mark that out. Take your standard. Take your Fibonacci tool. Mark out the quadrants. You'll see 25%. It's today's a no news Friday, so we're gonna have to rely on the macro. Comes in at 73.25. I like to mark them out manually. It's just a lot cleaner. She was trying to get rid of them after. There. Going back to electronic trading hours, so you can see the gap. Where's the red line, bro? All right, all right. Org 50% level. And then we have org 75% level. Oh man, this is annoying. How am I supposed to? Okay, you know what? We could just remove this one. Oh, nice. Okay. So there are your opening range gap quadrants. We'll see if price wants to break down, get into a discount level there. Basic protocol. Wait for a first presentation fair value gap, and then we look for something high probability. Just want to be sure the market's not range bound in opening range. Ooh, chamomile tea is good. It may not be better than Earl Grey, but it is good. Today we will be looking for longs, potentially shorts after we take out the all-time high if the market breaks aggressively. Bias is bullish for now. Looking at all-time highs, a strong draw. Today was Kemmo. Where's your tea today? I drank it. Try almond tea. I do drink almond tea. I love almond tea, bro. Almond tea is the best thing out there. If you want to get in the giveaway, and you have to do is you have to DM me if you use my code. Any prop firm like Alpha Futures and Rules? No. There is currently no other prop firm that allows you to not be punished for taking a payout um, inside the buffer zone. Okay, copy trader is good. We're using Alpha Ticks copy trader, not a third party copy trader. Um, and yeah, I think that's it. So we'll minimize chat, lock in here. Just click Control Z, Kispe. The percentage is pretty high, Prez. Percentage is pretty high. Anyways, so let me make sure we're locked in here. All right. So you guys know me. When I'm actually trading, I minimize the chat. I'll keep annotating. I'll keep commentating. If I take a trade, you'll see it on screen. The trade I take on screen today will be on the minis because I'm working on an Apex eval. But the trade I take, um, the trade I'm taking will also be on my fundeds. So don't just think, unless I specifically say this is eval only, it means I'm also executing my fundeds. Um, this may be as low as we get here. That 15-minute order block inside that 15-minute fair value gap. Really, we can just mark this out. And if we go lower than this, my eye jumps to this low. So we'll see. So when I'm actually trading, I minimize the chat. Otherwise, it's too distracting. I won't be able to trade as good. I'm sure a lot of you guys are asking questions. If you have questions, just save them until after the session or ask me on Discord, in the free Discord. Because right now I am focused on these candle formations. There's no first presentation fair value gap here. However, if ES gave us CISD 6702, I don't know if that's some good trade, if I'm being honest. Okay, we got stop at the body. Not the best trade. I wouldn't want to take that CISD personally. Never look down when you walk the wire. We'll see if we get this sell side at 50% org. ES traded into midnight opening price. Plus an hourly fair value gap. ES looks really good, I'm gonna be honest. ES might frame the long here. We might execute NASDAQ. YM doing. Whoa. Talk about YM. That's looking like London lows. Took out those equal lows already. Damn. YM is going for it. ES is inside a 1 hour bullish fair value gap in discount below midnight opening price. Looks like NASDAQ's leading in strength. But look, this is sloppiness. Like we're not looking to trade anything in here. We're gonna wait. Wait for first presentation, clean one. ES looks a lot better than Nasdaq right now. So we'll just stay patient. It's times like this I'll start answering questions in chat because I know we'll have to wait for a first presentation. 6-7. Why is everyone saying 6-7, bro? What did I say, bro? Did TikTok say it too? Yeah, they did. I don't know what I said. Good Diablo. I'm looking for a long right now. What exactly are you waiting for? I'm low-key confused. First, I'm waiting for a fair value gap to get put in on Nasdaq. That's the first thing. That'll tell me that it's probably not going to be sloppy like this. That's number one. Number two, just waiting for confirmation of a long. All I'm waiting for is my model long. Right now, ideally, we take out this low and trade into 50% opening range gap, but we may not. You know, so I'm just waiting for cleaner delivery in the candles, and then my model long. That's it. Two things. This one next good, yeah. I was not able to get the accounts back. Do you not use the 5 minute? Sometimes. The market is shit. The market's not shit. It's been, first of all, it's been 9 minutes. Second of all, there's still opportunity here. It's not like the market's frozen. I'm sure someone's making money. So just because you're not making money doesn't mean the market is shit. No, we did not get the accounts back. We are starting from scratch. Would you recommend funding X over Top Step? I personally would, yeah. The payout will be easier. Like, yeah. MNQZ. Every contract has an expiration date. MNQZ is the December contract. That's the one we're going into right now. Protection model today. Maybe. I understand why you get rid of chat. This isn't even bad, bro. Wait till I take a trade. That's where it gets really bad. If you stay in chat and I take a trade today, Fatal, you'll see. Are 50Ks or 100Ks better to trade? There is no better or worse, brother. It's preference on how you trade, how much you want to risk, and how much money you have. I wouldn't trust that CISD. Would I? Uh, no, I don't trust. Technically, this is the model, but I don't trust this one. So I'm gonna stay out of this one. It could play out, but we haven't even put in first presentation yet on Nasdaq, so I'm not gonna be executing that. Anyway, let me minimize chat because it seems to be moving here. This could play out. I'm not gonna be pushing the button on that trade. That is technically a change in the state, though. We took out this short-term low. The probabilities are just not there, in my opinion. Still sloppy. Looks like it might deliver. I don't know how high it'll deliver. At least we should put a first presentation in here. Hopefully. So potentially a first presentation for rally gap in here. Looks like will play out. Wow, just the first green candle. That's too easy, man. Too easy. Your current AM session high. I wouldn't mind taking a protraction model in here. So if the market does something like this, I can long that. But this reversal, no. Well, now it's too late anyways, but still not quite convinced. I like those equal highs that we left. Early we get first presentation, right? Yeah, these candles are pretty volatile for Friday, no news. This will probably deliver the buy side. Did not get to opening range 50% after 1, 2, 8, 9, 10 minutes. Probably assume we don't make a lower low here, but let's not jump the gun. We'll just wait. Just too uneventful for me. I don't like this delivery. I don't like that ES is still inside the bearish order flow. I don't like that YM is all the way down there. And I don't like that this is their first fair value gap. So definitely no FOMO on this. We just wait patiently. Maybe a protraction model would be something better to engage in. See, on the micro, there's no volume imbalance there, so I'm going to mark out first presentation like this. Because that volume imbalance is not there on the micros. I like that we left these equal highs. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to execute this, but if we somehow put in a bearish fair value gap, I don't think it'll happen. We'll see. This could potentially be a bullish order block. I guess I would execute. To see that down move and then disrespect going into 945. 3R to all-time highs. It's probably worth it. Some people are probably buying this fair value gap right now. How many micro contracts is one? It's 10. Remember, I'm trading micros on my funded though. All right, we'll see if we get the order block here. Stop loss will be about 16 points. So say around a $40 stop. $40 stop means 3 micros. And yeah, I think we'll execute the OB. Hopefully the OB doesn't form like all the way up there. Or hopefully it doesn't form at all if it's going to be bearish. See the gap on ES. Remember, it's only an order block if we close above. So don't think I'm saying this is a bullish order block right now. It's not right now. I like that we left these equal highs. I may want to see another run lower if this is behaving this way. Another run below these equal lows, I mean. I wouldn't take that order block anymore. Not if it formed on this candle like this. That's sloppy, man. That's real sloppy in there. Too much. Like, I want to take a high. Remember, we said high probability on. There's nothing high probability about this. Spending 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes inside first presentation when the minor buy side's right there. Sloppy delivery. A lot of wicking. A lot of discrepancy between the two assets. 3 assets, actually. If anything, you could argue that the short here is probably higher probability. Although I won't be engaging in a short. You could take something like this. Risk reward is not there, simply. If this were to inverse, say you got to fill here, you can maybe squeeze out like 2R. I don't know. It's not worth it in my opinion. What's this candle on? Close zero. Get this refresh. I feel like the chart was moving weird. So we'll just wait. I'm going to remove the order block marker. We'll just keep the relative equal lows marked out for now. If it wants to form the OB, it's fine. We will... Actually, if ES inverses and we form the OB, yeah, that might be worth Pushing the button for. I don't like that candle doesn't have a low. A 50-minute candle opens, trades down, closes above. I like that. Yeah, we may execute this actually. Stops 22 points. 22 times 20, 4,800. If it wicks, then no thank you. It's just so sloppy. That's probably gone. Likely take out the minor buy side here. I didn't even take the trade. I mean, just look at this. That's not clean. We left equal lows. I want to wait for a high probability trade. I don't like this. ES looks a lot better, but I'm gonna remove this order block marker. We're just gonna keep waiting. We gotta wait for something cleaner than this. Don't want to put risk behind these trades. They're just not high probability enough right now. We had a really good week. No need to try and throw it away or risk something on a Friday with no news, unless it's going to be a really clean setup. In my opinion, there's not really much clean about this. Maybe if we swept the sell side first, but this candle doesn't have a low. That's a red flag. This candle is going all the way through. Yes, inversed the fair value gap and then re-inversed. It's been stuck pretty range bound for a while. This could just be the opening range doing its thing, and then maybe 10 a.m. We'll see a real move or something. And if it goes, it goes. Not a big deal. We play the probabilities. There's the minor buy side. We play the probabilities, right? Whatever the probabilities are. I think 20% TGIF might be right around here. It's possible. All-time high, pretty close now. 22 points away. Yeah, I mean, the only way you would ever take something like this is if you framed it on ES, which I guess you could have, but really the model didn't even form on ES. It got invalidated when it closed below here. Nope, just staying patient. All-time high is there. We could break down from all-time high, and again, in which case we would look for a TGIF setup. If we get a protraction model here, I would also take that. I don't know if it'll give it to us or not, but as long as all-time high is still open and we get a protraction model from here, I would not mind taking that trade setup. So we'll see if it does. I don't think it will. Should just speed up, leave this open, but we'll see. We shall see. Once we take this price level, that's when I'll start marking out TGIF levels. We could just get something like that. I don't think it will, but if we got something like this, that we could go long. 10 a.m., 9:50 macro scenarios. The 50-minute chart looks pretty clean. I mean, we just check 50-minute fair value gap. But this it's not enough for me. It's not quite enough for me. Maybe in hindsight it was good, but it would have been like this, I guess, right? 2.45. Another issue with this trade idea is it has to go through the high all the way to all-time high. There wouldn't be not a good chance that I'll be able to reduce my risk besides by partial, which I don't want to partial here. We are going to have an S&P at all-time high. Okay, there's the all-time high. Um, and now I will mark out my TGIF levels. Now, I'm not saying I'm bearish, but if the market starts to aggressively move lower, well then, TGIF 20% is all the way down here. I don't know about that. That would be a bearish order block. Hmm. I like the S&T at all-time highs. I don't want to short all-time highs, but on a Friday, expecting it to not be so large ranged, it's a good narrative behind the potential short here. So we'll see. We left the equal lows as well. I will probably short this OB if it forms. Just a little too clean. High risk reward potential. Stop loss is going to be around 22 points. So yeah, same idea, 3 micros. I would take this. The S&T at all-time high helps. We have to get the closure below though, remember. If it looks like this, obviously no trade. Yeah, I don't like this. Now if it forms on the next candle, it's just sloppy. Like it could, but it's not as clean. Um, we gotta clean this chart up here. Just trading into that fair value gap. 3 minute, 4 minute, 3 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute. Pretty clean gap there. I'm gonna remove first presentation because ES has a different one. Be confused. So we'll see how high this can go. I will be marking out standard deviations from Asia. -1's there, -1.5 is there. Not extreme, but I mean, we'll see. It's possible. I'd rather see it break down here, if I'm being honest. I think I would try the short here on the closure if we get it. Really? Is that how we're gonna close? If we make a lower low there, we'll take it. Watching the ES candle. A little bit hesitant to take it here, if I'm being honest. May just wait. Why I'm doing higher. Like maybe we can sell it inside that fair value gap. Probably would. See if it gets there. I have the trigger finger ready. Missed the first entry, which would have been right here. Now we just wait. Hopefully it gives us a retracement. I may have hesitated a little bit too long. It's hard to trust though. It's hard to trust a short from all-time highs. But we had a good narrative behind it. Also, I don't like that we failed to take out this high. But I suppose, that could just be your long-term high. Usually you want to see like that for a really, convincing pivot, I guess you can say. Let's see if we get back into this gap here. I'm gonna look for sensitivity here if we get there. Scan the 2-minute time frame. No, there's nothing there. I'm just gonna look for sensitivity here, and that could potentially be a short. See us trading through it. Pretty sensitive, I would say. All right, we're gonna take the short there. I think the recording is set. Stop loss is gonna go to the order block high. I'm not gonna mark the order block. This is your order block. Stop loss goes to the high. Because remember, this is still a reversal model. Only if we close below here can I move my stop lower to this high, which I will do. Again, that hasn't formed yet though, so we have to be patient. Taking 3 micros on the funded accounts, 2 minis on the eval. I'm looking for something down here. So we'll move the stop to the most recent short-term high if we get closure below here. So now we just wait. See if it happens. Good risk on this trade. Good risk to reward. We probably should have done 3 minis. 22 times. That's fine. So just waiting now. See if we get the OB. Spending a lot of time in here, but again, nothing telling me that we're invalidating. Focusing on the bodies of those candles, staying below the gap. Would like to see us close below this line. Then I'd be able to move my stop to 800. Pretty significant stop reduction, right? That would be 17 points off the trade reduced. So we just got to get below here. Yes, kinda. Already did, but not really. Nothing clean. Make sure the stop is correct there at the OB high. Yeah. 812.25. Nope. This high is up for grabs if we want it. Doesn't invalidate the trade because we haven't formed another leg. So we just wait. If we do take out this high, then I'd be looking at these two up close candles to form the OB. So right there. So now if I want the OB, we have to close below these two candles. Right? Then I can bring my stop to whatever forms here. Is there a 5-minute gap there on ES? 4-minute gap. Okay. So now we just wait to see if the OB forms. Then we bring the stop to the short-term high here. Ideally, the body stays inside the gap. Trust that candle. I don't really want to see another high here, but it's permissible. It's permissible. Could get sloppy. Well, 6 points from our stop loss. See if we get that order block. That would allow me to reduce my risk. That's all I'm trying to do right now. Reduce my risk. Really shouldn't be going up here again. I'm not going to touch the stop early, but if it goes above here, let's be at that point, it's probably not going to fall short. So hopefully this next, 1 or 2 minutes forms the OB here, mitigation block here. Then we can bring the stop by 7 points down. That'd be nice. Trading above now. Rejection block. I'd want to see that be respected, ideally, because that would form the high. Yeah, right there. Actually, the rejection block would be here. Yeah, see, this probably stops us out here. I'm going to hold the stop in case it's just a one more sweep, but this would now be your order block. So if we get below there, I'll move the stop. And at that point, I'm only saving like 5 points, so it's not as good of a reduction as it would have been here, but we'll just do what we're supposed to do. It'll be a 5.5 point reduction. We did inverse the gap there as well. Moving real slow in here. The next candle trades down below 792. Then we can put the stop here, 807. Although if I'm being honest, the probabilities are not in our favor right now. Good narrative though behind the trade. Good narrative. 10 a.m. reversal idea. Friday characteristic. Trade back into the weekly range. One-sided morning session. Left the equal lows there. Opening range gap 50 was not hit. Premium above all opening prices. Obviously, we're all-time highs. But right now, I'm choosing Friday narrative and all the confluences over the all-time high narrative. So still no order block. We'd have to close below the black line that I annotated. If we do, then I can bring the stop here. Doesn't make that big of a difference, but starting to see some speed in the trade. Ideally, we get closure below here. All right, so now we can move the stop to the order block high. So at least we managed to reduce our risk. Originally, I was risking 120 bucks. Now we're only risking 80 bucks. That is nice. It's a good thing to reduce risk on a trade. So this is the order block I'm referring to. Price sweeps it high, breaks down. Now I'd like to see this mitigation block form. Right? We have a high, low, lower high, lower low. This would be your mitigation. I'm not going to annotate it, but I'll just annotate this. This is that engineered liquidity, right? And like I said, every time there's engineered liquidity, that's when you want to see speed. Ideally. Now sometimes we get sloppy. This is pretty sloppy delivery in here, so can't expect too much. Opening range. Not gonna use opening range deviations today because I'm not really sure how low we can get. You see us engaging that liquidity pool. Not too speedy there. It's not the quickest thing I've seen, but at least we reduced our risk slightly. All right, trading back into the order block now. See if that holds price. We didn't get the closure below here. Kind of a red flag. But if we have the right narrative, it should just play out. If the narrative's wrong, and if we make a new all-time high, and that's the narrative, then you just have to. It's literally just between does Friday go into the weekly range, or do we keep pressing into all-time high? If it's in scenario 2, then obviously we get stopped. If it's scenario 1, well, then we don't get stopped. Most likely, at least. Pretty strong candle there. If we get closure below here, let me keep that up. We can reduce the stop once more. That would be a nice reduction. I'm not sure if we will, but we'll see. Because there's a bearish fair value gap in there. that we did not inverse. Include the volume imbalance. Looks like we probably will inverse right now though, but we'll see. As of right now, it hasn't. So you wouldn't even include that volume imbalance because of the wick there. Is there even a volume imbalance in there? Oh, there isn't even one. I'm tripping. We'll give it a chance. I don't want to touch the stop. It's been sloppy all day. Like, yeah, I could close around break even now. We did inverse this fair value gap after sweeping this low. That's technically my model long, you know. But it's been sloppy, and I want to give the narrative of Friday trading into the weekly range. I want to give it a chance. We've reduced our risk slightly, so we'll just give it a chance. Only risking 80 bucks on this trade, so right now on the funded, so. Sloppy though, that's for sure. Very sloppy delivery. There's a chance we could get stopped out and it still move lower, which is what I'm not favoring right now, but we'll see. We may keep the stop at the high for that reason, but it's pretty high up there. Should cover for the most part. Sloppy. Very sloppy delivery. Anyone who went long on that inversion, probably not too happy right now. It wasn't a bad trade. If you long that inversion, I don't think that's a bad trade, if I'm being honest. I'm straight up with you. I don't think that's a bad trade at all. Did anyone long that inversion? I'm curious now. Like someone probably did. Me, yes, yeah, a lot of people did, yeah. It's not a bad trade. I'm gonna be straight up with you. It's not a bad trade. If you're trading with that all-time high narrative, that's fine. It's not a bad trade at all. If I was looking for long, that's what I would have taken as well. If we get closure below here, the stop goes here, 481. That's pretty good stop reduction at that point. Let's go ahead and do that now. So that's good. That's good risk management. We're only risking 50 bucks on the fundage now. Yeah. Listen, people got stopped on that long. Probably it's not a bad trade. You're targeting a new all-time high. It's not bad. I don't know. I also may lose this trade. It could just be sloppy delivery. But let's see. In my opinion, the Friday narrative is pretty strong. How often Friday trades back into the weekly range. That's why I took the short. But you can't say that long is. There's nothing ever wrong from a discount long, from an inversion targeting the new all-time high. It's not a bad trade. Simply not a bad trade. No one can say it is. Every time we see green on this trade, it just immediately comes back. Hopefully this is our breakthrough. 10-15 candle. Doesn't make a new high here. I don't even want to see price trade here, if I'm being honest. 791. I really don't even want to see it go above here. This is getting into more like precise PO3 concepts, but ideally price doesn't trade above this red line. It's not a bad time to break even, It's not a bad time to break even. Here rebalance. I'm gonna do it. I might regret this, but I think I'm gonna just do it. Put the stop at the 50-minute PO3 high that I'm anticipating. Securing $4 on the funded. It's the 15-minute candle open, and because I'm anticipating speed right now, I don't want to see a new high on the 15-minute candle. So why did I put my stop there? It's a 15-minute PO3 concept. 15-minute candle, I'm expecting a delivery, right? Because obviously the last 15-minute candle set the stage. So that's why I'm immediately putting my high at the top of the 15-minute candle there. It's not me going break even. It's me putting the high at the top of the 15-minute candle. Don't want to see that revisited. Also, we have the immediate rebalance and the order block tap covers 50%. So it's not like a random stop loss. It's a pretty good stop loss placement. That trade was not easy. I'm going to be honest. That trade was not easy. Trading back into 930 opening price. Not going to take a partial. We're just going to let this one go. Tough one, man. Tough one. They made us. Had to stay thick-skinned during that one. Hopefully this, actually continues lower. I don't really care about the profit, but it would be nice to be rewarded for that patience. I'm not going to mark out that inversion. You guys can quickly see that. Right, and this would be immediate rebalance. Call it. Everyone's going to say things immediate rejection block. Let's just keep the order block marked out, man. Keep it simple. If we're really bearish, we should start seeing speed towards these lows. Equal lows at 735. He called it. Well, first things first, we haven't gotten there yet. Second of all, it's just sell side. I don't think he's a magician or anything. I mean, that's what I was aiming for. If we're really bearish, this stays open. Notice how he talks fast after seeing green? I was talking just as much when I was in red. Why don't I want it to retrace? It can. It can. And if it does, I would expect sensitivity, just like I would any other fair value gap. Why don't I want it to retrace? Because at this point in time, us reaching into discount, that's when I would want to see speed towards the equal lows. Okay, 1K viewers on TikTok. Nice. This was a tough one, man. This was a tough one. Haters always have something to say, bro. Now we're getting hate when we winning too, bro. I mean, we haven't won yet. Let's keep that really clear. I'm going to take my first partial here on my funded account. I just realized I added two. Okay, I'm silly. Partial on the funded. Partial on the funded. This is eval. I'm gonna be honest. I can buy as many evals as I want, so just gonna go for the 1500, I guess. Passing 2 trades, I guess. Well, that's what we've been doing. It's been working pretty well, I guess. $830 opening price is what I want to see. So don't forget opening range gap, right? We removed the 25% and 50% levels, but they are still important. That's your 25%, right below 830. He was trading back into that. It's fine. It may even give us another protraction model. So ideally, we trade here, close below on the next candle. So if this candle trades lower, that would be very splendid. Then we can lock in profits all the way down here. Yeah, that's it. That's the next thing we have to do. Could we be wrong? The probabilities of being wrong are pretty slim now. But we'll see. Possible, you never know. It's not like we took a partial on the funded, but just remember, it's not like we won this trade yet or anything. We're just simply Just like when we didn't lose when it was here, it doesn't mean we're winning when it's here. For this to break even would be pretty bad for Apex evaluation as far as Apex evaluations go, but it's no big deal. They're pretty cheap. Turning into the OB. Pretty far into that gap. It was a 3-minute gap, yeah. So filling up that 3-minute gap fully. This is pretty much point of no return. At this point, we're either goes lower or we're wrong, which is fine. Which is completely fine. We took a good trade. In terms of range marking, I would use this. Fibonacci, that's 705 right there. Why this range? Because I don't want to see a higher high, obviously. So if we're expecting this to be protected, we can use this range. That's your fib. That's your golden pocket. If you're bearish, expecting this range to hold. Obviously my stop's only right there, but that's because I don't want to risk any more dollars on this trade. So we'll see. We've now reached again a point of no return. This is your mitigation block. So let's use this annotation. Stop covers that mitigation block high. Why is it a mitigation block? High, low, lower, high, lower, low. There it is. We're out break even. Well, it was a good trade. Would I short again? Just the one partial there. I don't think I'd short again. If anything, I'd probably say abandon that that short narrative. And look for the new all-time high. Possibly. We'll see. Let's just watch this trend for now. I'm not going to jump into the next trade. Just the one partial there on the funded, and that's all we get. New 15-minute candle high. I mean, 15-minute candle flipped. Well, it hasn't flipped yet, but it looks like it probably will. Would I take a long? Yeah, I think the immediate draw is a new all-time high. So if we get a protraction model long 1030 power of 3 idea, meaning if 1030 can do something like this, Yeah, I'd probably engage in a long, change my bias there, change the narrative. Because we should have seen speed here. But for now, we'll just wait. Let's wait till 10:30. Let's not jump into any trade. You don't need to rush anything. I'm not using first price. I mean, on Nasdaq, it's this. ES has a different one. One trade this week and it's break even. Happy that my funds are safe. Nice, bro. 5 minute OB formed out this drive tap of a 15-minute. Yo, party at Gatie's this weekend after this dope ass W. We'll see. It wasn't a W. That's a W. Yes, for him, not me. Let my nuts drag with these shorts today. Yeah, it was not an easy trade, but I mean, we managed well. And we'll wait till 10:30, so 2 more minutes. See what chat's saying for 2 minutes. Where did you learn everything from ICT and backtest? Will you trade again? Yeah, if it you can get a clear draw, I wouldn't mind. Why did it came bullish? It may look like it'd be coming bullish, but we also could just be range bound. We simply could just be, stuck in this range. You still interested in longs? I would prioritize longs now, in my opinion. Yeah. The fact that you can learn so much just by watching and backtesting the strategy is great. I mean, yeah, every day is a learning opportunity, right? Every day is a learning opportunity. I'm sure. Good luck, bro. Really good risk management. That's what really counts. Yeah, it was good risk management. We took the one partial. Remember, we didn't take the partial on the eval, but we did take the partial on the funded, right? So we called that out. I learned from ICT's YouTube channel. Holy yes, I thought this was just in what? Would this even meet criteria for a short? No, it doesn't meet my model's criteria. Yes. ES did take that high out. Now it wouldn't meet my criteria. You went 4-0 this week. Nice. I've had a pretty good week as well. You take partial when it's not too hard. I take partial when it makes sense. Are you Middle Eastern? Yes. Price is going to short. It's been bullish for too long. That's not a good reason, bro. ES is hella. Yeah, ES is really range bound. How long you been trading? 2 years, brother. You take partial when yeah, if I need to. Right. Not every trade can be a home run, you know. Friday, no news. We get into discount. I see that low get tapped. It's partial, man. It's partial. Where are you from specifically? Iraq. I'm Iraqi, but I live in Canada. Last trade of the day, it'll just range. It's possible it stays range bound now. Because really, if we were bearish, we really shouldn't be going up this high. We should have been speeding up. Right? Nothing bearish really looking about this. But we'll see. Could have just been really sloppy. I am Muslim, yeah. How does the power hour work? Why do we get so much volatility before we close quickly trade contract? No. Final hour is just any unfinished business. It only has 1 hour to get finished. That's why we speed up. I don't know who D4 is. I don't know who that is. 10:30. Nice, 30 points. Yeah, can't complain about 30 points short, especially when it looks like this. Inverse of that FEG and OB. To be honest, I'm still 50-50. I don't know if it's going to go lower or higher, so I'm just going to wait. Positions have to be dumped. That's why I found minutes up. Yeah. How long did it take for you to become profitable consistently? Depends what your definition of profitable consistently is. You know? Took one partial on the funded. On this eval, we broke even. Took 2 minutes, made 500 something to pass the impact on 5 accounts. Nice, bro. 5 minute OB, right, 67. My narrative tells me I still feel like it's more likely to go down, but looking at the price action, it looks like it's more likely to go up. Is your P&L green on my funded? Yes, I was taking a dump, missed it. Power hour 3 to 4? Yeah. If we get the OB here, we'll try again. I may only try on eval though. We're gonna go in with 3 this time. 3 this time. Because of the trailing drawdown. We'll try again on eval. I'm not gonna try on the funded. Just be my protraction model short 1030 power 3. This is exactly what I wanted. Alright, we're gonna take the short there. Put the stop at that candle's high. Equal lows again. This is an eval only trade. Not executing this on my funded. Took the one partial on the funded, and to be honest, I'm just not comfortable losing. I think I want to end my trading on the funded accounts there. So we'll try this eval trade. It's not a bad trade. Follows all the rules. Bearish fair value gap, closure below the up close candle. That's a bearish order block. Looks like we may get immediately stopped out, but it's okay. Eval trading is on. Well, I disagree. What makes Apex double top set price? Is it better? Apex is not double the price. If the OG shorts play out, I swear. No, maybe. It doesn't matter if it plays out or not. Could have waited for a retest of the OB. You can if you want. It's not how I trade it usually. The risk reward is still really good. Yeah, this will be somewhere here, so we'll soon be a stay-at-home dog dad. Stay-at-home dog dad. I think it will go up, maybe. You know, I didn't take this on my fundeds. You see, if I specify specifically, which I did before the trade, yeah. Where are you from? Canada. Do you use TradeSync or no? Trade on TradingView? I don't use TradeSync right now. That's what I will be using. And yes, I always trade on TradingView. How long you been trading? All the hate comments are coming in now. There is an SMT here already. You are pure exit liquidity. Yes, me and my Apex evaluation are exit liquidity. Just caught the inversion of the 4-hour break. Nice, bro. Are you native Canadian? No. No hate, just wondering. How long you been trading? I've been trading 2 years. I'm putting the comment above yours. No, I'm not native Canadian. Do I look native Canadian, bro? You think this beard looks... I guess my beard is not that thick. You forced that trade? No, that was a good trade. That was a good trade. Protraction model short. I disagree. I didn't take it on my funded because it's not an A setup, but it was worth taking on the eval. Anyways, that trade fails. That order block fails. It was not a good trade. Maybe not using your criteria, but using my criteria. Someone said, "What beard?" What do you mean, what beard, bro? Clean beard, I thought. The FEG and bullish trend most. FEG and bullish trend. Good. I'm from Canada too. Did you try FTMO? Why more alpha than... I'm using futures, not Forex. It's an easy long position. I would love to see your long execution about it. Why don't you wait for an IFEG? I don't need the IFEG when there's an order block that I traded off of. You got a Lambo Ferrari? No, bro. If there's an IFEG, this is an easy long. Yeah, I mean, if you're bullish, why wouldn't you wait for IFEG? I don't need to wait for an IFEG. Today was a W day, made 1%. Nice, bro. How come no one exit phase? Just no, we took the first trade on the funded, partialed. We're up 0.4R on the funded. This second trade was eval only. Did you not get liquidated on Apex eval because of the drawdown? No, I would have had to go a lot more. You ever settled that problem with the... No, unfortunately, no. Nothing we can really do about it. No point in sitting in the trade longer than 20 minutes. I mean, I completely disagree, but to each their own, I guess. How can you trade without fear? Watch my video on fear first, and then see. I've been following you for months now and never seen you show you in a trade. You definitely have not been following me for months. First of all, I literally took 2 trades today. Second of all, we've been taking trades all week. So I don't know what you're saying, bro. It's like it's gonna flush down. In my opinion, possibly, but it might just stay range bound. It could just stay. Like it doesn't have to move at all, and that's possible. What broker are you using on your real account? What leverage? I'm using interactive brokers. And you're trading with margin. It's not a Forex broker. There's no leverage. Just the margin requirements. Today was W. Took the last day. Yeah, nice. You're the realest trader I've ever seen. Thank you, bro. You could re-enter again off this order block. I'm not going to, but it would be the same trade as the first one we took here. It's just too range bound. This one failed. Doesn't mean this one will too, but is this Nasdaq? Yeah. Too many inversions. Well, that's not a bad trade. Yeah, you could re-enter. You could re-enter. If they can increase 167. Oh, brother, you got to use the Apex 80% off code. It's not actually 167. They almost always have 80%. Told you I was gonna go short. I mean, I don't know. I was bearish. I put my SL higher, so I'm still in it. Nice, yeah. We never inversed it for value gap, so I do have a code. It's Gatie. Are you profitable? I would say so. Where's that guy that was making fun of me for longs, huh? Is my fund futures good like alpha futures? My fund futures is pretty good. Not a bad firm. I think P has been weird recently, especially last week. Shout out to you, bro, giving out free RRs and gems in each live. You gotta start charging. Eventually, I'm gonna go to Discord, bro, man, because I can't deal with it. You see Fatal? See the moment we're in drawdown? Even over here, when this trade was in drawdown, I didn't have chat open, but I bet you everyone was talking shit, bro. Everyone was talking shit. Yep, Kogati will give you. It'll be like this, but that'll give you the best discount. Yeah, you know, you were in chat. Yeah, it's so. Everyone was talking shit. Of course. As soon as I'm in drawdown, 2 Ls, literally up on the day. So I don't understand. What do you mean by margin, not leverage? In order to trade futures, you put money into the account, and then you need margin for every single contract. It's TikTok, YouTube loyal. There's a couple YouTube haters in there, but 2Ls is crazy. First trade was a win. Second trade was a loss on eval. First trade, we only took on the funded accounts. So we are up on the day on the funded. We're down on this eval, but I do make small. I make 10%. So if you pay like $30, I make $3. Get your referrals? I will, hopefully, if people want to use my code. If not, that's okay. After or wife, I don't know what that is. Up 3%, nice, bro. I've been following for like 2 months. I've been on every trade every day, show up every day, and you make money. Appreciate you, bro. What was the first trade? Right here. I don't know what after Wi-Fi is, brother. Unlucky? No, it's not really unlucky. Yeah, we got wicked out by 1 point. Literally, we got wicked out by. Damn, we got wicked out by 1 tick. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. Everyone was making fun of me for taking a short. Listen, man, eventually we'll be in the Discord streams, and we don't have to worry about this. First trade criteria, I entered off the order block. This is a bearish order block. Appreciate you, Camelot. Not everyone, just the crappy ones. You're right, you're right. Not everyone was hating. Feeling short. Good shit, Ryan. That's what I'm saying, TGIF. Okay, yeah. Can you explain why you were confident short today and didn't take longs? Friday, typically, the Discord is free. Friday typically trades into the weekly range, especially if the weekly range is one-sided. Usually Friday trades back into the weekly range. Third candle touch your demand zone. It should have been a buy order. Third candle touch. Which third candle? Thanks, bro. Yeah, a lot of you were short now. I don't know if I want to execute the funded again, to be honest. I might just walk away on the other charts. Oh, so you're looking at stuff like this? Something like this? Yeah, I don't trade using supply and demand zones. Um, but my advice to you, if you do, don't just buy every demand zone and don't just sell every sell zone. Oh, you mean here? I'm gonna be honest. I don't think I'll be able to identify exactly what you're talking about. Um, but I hope your journey goes well. I would partial at this low, if I'm being honest. Just because it's been sloppy. You can look for 25% org, 830 opening price. Anywhere in here, at these stacked lows, I think that'd be a good partial. But these equal lows are too clean. My drawn liquidity for the trade were these equal lows. That's my main target. This black line. But I would manage because this is sloppy. Finally took my partial. Nice, bro. You trade gold? No, not really ever. No, I didn't end up holding the short. No. The only way I would short again is if 1050 macro. I'm gonna be honest, it's hard to short after I start reading chat. It's pretty hard to short. Bear shorter block. This is the trade we tried taking earlier. No, I wouldn't look for longs in the macro. You shorted gold instead of NQ? 242 240. I don't know. Eventually, but I would not look for that today. New York Open your target. Isn't New York Open right here, bro? Oh, you shorted here target and the rest is running. Oh, I got you. I got you. Oh, 830? Not trading. It's not hitting. It was trading. I'm pretty sure you were, on the edge of hating, bro. I don't remember exactly what you were saying, but no, I guess he wasn't really hating. I mean, you were saying my trade was shit, which is just out of place for you to say. You know, my model's obviously different than yours, probably. We might spike through the limit order here. Yeah, it's possible. See, that's that low there. That's those equal lows. Again, we're not participating here. We're just tape reading now. But we failed to put the higher high, so you adapt and react. I mean, that was the premise of the trade I took, right? This is failure to put the higher high, right? Same kind of concept. And I've been watching a while on TikTok, then switch to YouTube because you got a lot of haters. Yeah, TikTok has a lot of haters. That's on Pat Belly beefing with Trey Young. I think it's very interesting. I saw that. Yeah, man. I mean, no hate. That's good, man. That's what I like to hear. I just don't like how it was a higher low. Oh, to this one you mean? Like you just don't like that price action was doing this, is what you're saying. And then I'm shorting here. Yeah, it's not I mean, it makes sense. I get what you're saying. It wouldn't be something that tells me not to take a trade, but someone told me longs were so free. Bro, if price goes up, longs are free. If price goes down, shorts are free. The same people that will tell you longs are free will immediately switch and tell you shorts are free once it starts going lower, bro. You just gotta trust yourself. Is it going down? I mean, I think it's pretty obviously going down, brother. ICT tweeted your trade? You mean he took a similar trade to me? I don't see that he posted any trades. Mhm. Appreciate you, Jonah. Would you pay to watch Pat Beverly and Trae Young boxing match? Yeah, I would. I would definitely pay to watch that. There's those equal lows. So we had the right draw. We had the right idea. We ended slight green on the funded accounts. Ended in red on the eval. Eval's not really a big deal, but yeah, we could have executed this a little bit better, probably. You want to know what's really unfortunate? We got wicked out twice. We got wicked out here. We got wicked out there. And then we saw the run lower. But that was nice. Can't complain. We were definitely on the right side. Good trading day. What profit amount should I shoot for after passing the first eval? I would just take it slow and steady, my brother. Would you bet on to win, bro? Pat Bev, have you seen Pat Bev play defense, bro? Putting everything on Pat Beverly, bro. When is poker night? Maybe next weekend. That's so unlucky it hurts to watch. Nah, it doesn't hurt, bro. Sometimes it's not the easiest trade, you know. Would you buy more accounts with your first payout? That's exactly what I would do. Up 4% my 2055 account. Nice, bro. You caught that long. Oh, from here? Nice. TKO Pat Bev. I think by submission, bro. 3 longs. Yeah. It's fine. Just lost $400 long, but it's okay. I was following my setup. Yeah, if you took a long, it's fine. Like this long here inversion was not a bad one. It's all about just narrative. You know, the narrative was lower for me today. It could have made a new all-time high. I'll be honest. It's not like the trading lower narrative was that much stronger than just keep pumping above all-time highs. We could have kept pumping above all-time highs. It's possible. In my opinion, though, just Friday trading down into the weekly range, and on top of that, there's already a divergence. You know, in my opinion, that's stronger. Right? That's stronger than just keep going to all-time highs, especially because it's Friday. You know, and we're in premium, and we engineered equal lows. Like I said, this long is too easy. As soon as this long happened, the reason I didn't take this, because I said it's too easy, bro. There's no way that they're gonna leave these equal lows and just send price higher. It's too easy. Ryan, I'm a bricked up for you, bro. My TB was all time high. Top tick TB. Nice. Yeah, if you caught the long early, nice. Where can I watch your model? My entire trading model is on YouTube, my brother. Endog is possible. If we don't get there by 11:30, I don't know where it is. It is definitely possible. You heard of Jellycats? No, I haven't heard of Jellycats. How to enter Poker Night? It'll be in the Discord. Just make sure you're in the Discord. Sorry for your technical error. Yeah, that it does suck, but you know we're working on it. My girl's obsessed with them. You got it. Hold on, let me check this. Jellycat? Huh? I want one, bro. Daddy, if trading don't work, would you marry a rich 80-year-old woman? Trading will work. Are we still short? Who's we? Market maker, Gatie. Just probabilities. Listen, your TGIF model isn't on YouTube. I don't have a video on TGIF. Let me double check. I may not. It's possible. Oh yeah, no, I don't. The reason I don't is because ICT has a 30-minute video on TGIF, and it's really good. So I wouldn't even bother watch mine. Just watch ICT's. That's why I never made one. Actually, he has a 50-minute video. I'm not gonna lie, but it's a good video. It's a good video. What's TGIF? TGIF is simply when you expect Friday to trade into the weekly range. That's all. That's all TGIF is. You know, that's why I was bearish. I was expecting TGIF to trade back into the weekly range. Are you gonna take one more trade? Probably not. Probably not. I'd expect one more run lower, but I don't think I'll be trading. Nothing on my fundeds, you know. I'd rather come back next week. Can you show me how Alpha shows if I can take a payout or not? When you go to trading payouts, and then you click Click trading payout, and then you click the button, an account should show up. Yeah, that's it. What's good, JM8? So you guys thought that break even and we dumped down? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much, my brother. Took one win on the funded. I took only one trade on the funded, and I said the partial paid. So I'll post these executions though, because these are the ones you guys saw on live stream. I'm gonna mark it out like this. That was crazy. Yeah, not an easy day. They made us work for it, you know, but it's okay. The first trade that we took was off of the bearish order block. I mean, it's not like it was easy. Like even when we shorted here, like you see us, we're inverting fair value gaps, going higher. Like it's all red flags. You know, the entire trade was a red flag. You had to just trust the highs and lows. Maybe in hindsight. And what I'm gonna put in my journal is this: is what I'm gonna put in my journal. I knew it was sloppy, yet I'm not putting my stop losses at the actual high, and that's what I should have done. You know. Yeah, I'll be live every day. I'm live every day, bro. You know, it's like one of those. And you know, I'm just gonna mark this. It's one of those. Like I should have put my stop loss higher if I wanted to hold the trade, but I mean we ended green on the funded, so not that being green is all that matters, but it's just one of those situations. Um, just mark out those highs. Start making some annotations. Yeah, yeah. I mean it was sloppy, right? I'm sure no one had a good time, long or short, unless you just kept your stop there and you're one of those traders, which is good sometimes. Especially if it's a one-sided week. 'Just making some annotations for the journal. Now I have a stat. I want to run this stat real quick. I'll give you guys sauce. If you stayed this long, you get a little bit of sauce. You get a little bit of sauce. August wasn't that bad. Yeah, I mean, I agree. We had the same setup. Why did it come our break even and then get our? It was just sloppy delivery. Just wasn't smooth, clean delivery. Took one partial on the funded, not on this eval though. Um, 72. 72% chance it gets there. Equal lows are really strong. Um, yeah, I think we'll do a giveaway next week. 20% TGIF could get there. It's this line right here. Anything else I want to mark? Nah. We'll let this play out. See if it gets there. It might get there. It might not. Who knows? Anyway, it's a good day. Catch the ball in the first. Nice, bro. If you lost today, pack it up. Easy peasy. All right, buddy. Less risk, higher win rates. I always see you losing money when you go break even or close, or always goes to your TP. Yeah, it happens sometimes, but you just the reason you're saying that is because you're not seeing all the times that I get stopped out on a reduced risk, or I get stopped out on a break even, and then it continues to my stop loss. You're only looking at the times where it ends up going towards TP, and you have to weigh the pros and cons. And for me, most of the time when I reduce my stop loss, most of the time it would have actually went to my stop loss. The only times it doesn't is a lot of in these sloppy conditions, which is fine. Because like I said, even with the stop here, in my opinion, it's so sloppy. It could have easily just stopped me out and then kept going. Counter trend trades. Yeah, exactly. Counter trend trades is what you get, especially on a Friday with no news. We'll just call it 5 or 6 cents. Take a screenshot of that. How do you mark the weekly range? Go to the weekly candle and mark the highest high and the lowest low currently. Fridays, September 19th. What's good, brother? Include the wick. Include the wick. How to find out about this subject? It's on YouTube. Search up ICT TGIF. It'll come up. Just saw some dude on his live selling his trading course while trading. I mean, nothing wrong with losing. Um, Everyone loses. I lose too. What's your take on what, my brother? You done trading? Yeah, I will be done for the day. Up or down? I think if I were to take a trade, it would be look for lower. I wouldn't look for higher, personally. Um, Friday, September 19th, 2025. Trade one. Short. Previous trade highs, all time high. Sweep. Entry. So journaling inside the Discord for you guys, as always. Equal low, DOL, TGIF, and or 50%. Let's just say or quadrants. Um, any confluences really? Yeah, say 950 macros, close enough. Result, that was a partial win. Trade 2, protraction model shorts. Eval only. M1OB, sorry, M1FEG, M1OB, 1030 expansion idea. This was a full loss on eval. Notes. I knew it was today. That's probably the main thing I did today. Stop loss placement was not good for the high resistance day. Should have re-entered after second trade. Retraction again. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with getting wicked out here. I gotta re-enter here, And was the risk reward good on that? Let me double check. Where we got stopped, close below here. Stop would go here. Say we got the fill. They got the fill there. Yeah, risk reward was pretty good. Even if we got a fill like here, it's still 2R. So should have taken that last trade. Um, was biggest loss. Um, yeah, this Discord's in. This is free. It's inside the Discord. Can you guys not see this in the? You guys can see this in the Discord. Let's post a screenshot. Okay, execution should be there. Okay. So I would journal for you guys. Oh man, that's not what I meant to do. And yeah, that's it. That's the week. Good week. Good week. Good week for us. You can eat your hot tub? Probably not today. I'm just gonna get to work right away. Is a good entry shorts. It would meet my criteria. Yeah, this order block here would have made criteria. Did we take that high? It's good enough. We closed above the body anyways. I'd be tweaking after a W. I'm talking about live streams and Discord. Oh, I can't wait for that, man. It's gonna be so much better. What trade did you take? I wanted to tweak too, but the market too. What? You think price is gonna dump? I wouldn't say dump, but I think these levels are up for grabs from here to here. Discord's in the bio for free. Just make sure you click open in browser. Yesterday was a bad loss for me because I had technical issues. I'm down 130,300 on all 500s. You're gonna have to recover slowly, yeah. Just take it slow. Don't rush, otherwise you'll probably just blow it. So just take it slowly. You can build back. How many points are you up? I don't keep track of points, but we're up. And we got one payout, so is this entry good for shorts? I wouldn't take it now, it's too far down, but if you got it at the order block, yeah. You're in here. Yeah, base hits. What's your size on eval? I usually risk 750 on a 50k. Anywhere between 500 and 1,000 risk. I'm really flexible when the eval. Just kind of the benefit of being able to buy multiple evals in 1 month. Let's go, Yoshi. Good, good. How do you define order blocks? The up close or down close range that sweeps liquidity, internal or external, that then gets closed below or above when price is predisposed to go in that direction. Use your code yesterday. Message me on Discord, brother. Message me on Discord. Midnight candle. Yeah, midnight. Like I said, anything in here, anything is up for grabs in my opinion. All of this is safe. What am I marking? Sorry, here. Anything here is like potentially up for grabs. Why is there a giveaway? Yes, there is a giveaway. Only for the next 2 hours or next 2 days. Tell us about how you identify serious liquidity points other than relatively equal highs and lows. Look, if you really want to know, look at the specific highs and lows at each higher time frame candle. For example, this low is very significant because this is the lowest low below 930 opening price. This is your 930 low. This is your morning session low, right? For example, previous days highs and lows, session highs and lows, specific hourly or 4-hour candles highs and lows. Yo, can't find my journal page at Gems. Have you deleted it? It's possible. Let me reopen it for you. Yo, gotta keep your head up. Thanks for streaming. Oh, well, man. I mean, we're up on the day, but I don't know what. We on the funded, we just took the first trade with one partial. It's up 0.4R, but I mean, I'll take 0.4R. The futures firm don't accept my residence. What should I do? Just trade forex. Tell us how you identify serious. Yeah, that's exactly how. What do you think about London session in terms of how we react to it in the AM session? Reversal or continuation? It's okay. They can go. Because come December or January, um, um, we'll be looking for Discord streams only. It'll be a lot better. You could trade NAS 100. You can't trade Forex, but you can trade NAS 100. It's pretty similar. You'll see how it's pretty similar. The lows are there, 930. It's very, very similar. You can just trade that. It's good enough, brother. It'll suffice. Anyways, that's probably it for me. Clear up the charts here. Our honorable mention to your psychology series again. Put people on real quotes for those who don't know. Real, real, real. That's so true. Let me do that. Listen, I'm going to put you guys on the psychology series. Can you break down the fractal nature of Power of 3? No. You can watch my YouTube series, though, and that'll do that pretty good. This playlist is a playlist I recommend all of you guys watch. It covers 5, and I may add more to it, but it covers 5 main principles of psychology and just everything that I know about them. Patience, greed, fear, discipline, and accountability. And that's reverse order. It's accountability, discipline, fear, greed, and patience. I would highly recommend watching these. I promise you. You may think that you do not need these, but the stuff that I talk about in these videos, you will realize that you 100% are a victim of probably all of these things. The Discord will be paid to watch. Yeah, it'll probably be 25. Funded X. These fees, man, 35 fee TP was 100 goddamn prop firms. They charge you 35 on commissions. What pair are you trading? This is NASDAQ, not Forex trading. How do you use propulsion blocks? I use them to reduce my risk and add to positions. You didn't take any trades? No, we took 2 trades today. One on the funded was a partial win, and then on the eval, 1 loss. When you was trying to pace out of Discord, probably December or January. Maybe November. I don't know. When I move to only Discord streams, will you be charging? Yeah, I will be charging. The goal is to eliminate, the bulk of the people. Will you trade PM trades too? Yep. If I trade PM on my computer, I will stream it. In a short run, I think it'll go lower. Yeah, I do. I removed all my levels, but like I said, anything in here is up for grabs. All up for grabs. It's possible. All of them are possible, in my opinion. Ugh. It'll be monthly. It'll be probably 25 a month. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. I think that's very, very affordable. Paying 1,500, nice, bro. I think most people are charging like 100 to like 300. 25 should be very affordable, and it should be enough to eliminate any haters. Hopefully, that's the main goal. Low-key make it more. Yeah, it could definitely make it more, but I don't know. I don't really want to charge a lot. Low-key make it 50. What I might do is 25 just for the streams, because a lot of people are just gonna come and copy. It'll just be 25 for the streams. I'll make a separate section. That's 50, where we can have all the homies in. It'll be 2 sections. If you just want to watch me stream, it'll just be 25, It'll be daily streams. I'll be trading my live account in there. It'll be great. And then for everyone else who wants to actually, learn, journal, review trades, I'll do that for 50. And then reality, if people are copy trading from 25, I'm sure no one's gonna pay and hate, bro. That would be outrageous. I'm gonna be honest, though. Everyone that starts to hate, they're just gonna get instantly removed. I'll refund them and then they can be removed and they won't be allowed to come back. You have an option of not allowing comments on the stream in Discord. Yeah, I could do that, but I'll probably leave the comments. The whole point is I want to be. Listen, I don't mind reading comments. I actually like reading comments while I'm trading. It's the hate comments that come in between while I'm in a trade. The whole point is I can start answering questions. Why this trade? Why this trade? Why risk here? Why stop loss here? Why aim for this? I know people are asking a lot of questions while I'm trading, and it's honestly one of the best ways to learn, in my opinion. Just my personal opinion. And then, you know, we'll get some payouts. People who can't afford the 50, but if they're copy trading with the 25, the truth is there's going to be copy traders. And if you're learning in a copy trader, that's fine too. Um, then we'll all get paid together, you know? We'll all get paid together. 25 is too cheap. Make it 250. I don't think I'll charge 250, bro. Listen, the goal is simply to just reduce the hate. And I don't think people will come if I charge 25 and they're hating. I also don't think that many people will come. So when you go to with the paid Discord, you won't stream your trades on here anymore? Not most. If I do, it'll be like once a week. Maybe twice. You think 30 and 20 and 30 and 50? Yeah, I mean, if price returns to the first FEG, you think that's a good entry for bearish? I wouldn't short it anymore if I'm being honest. It could be though, yeah. This is your first FEG. Appreciate you, Josh. Any trades? Yeah, we took 2 trades. We're up on the funded. We're down on the eval. Funded only took 1 trade. Eval took 2. Last 2 evals in the last 2 days. I need 1 trade. Oh, there you go, bro. 1 trade to fix consistency. You got it, bro. Don't force it. I took longs to all-time highs. I think 25 should be fine. I don't think anyone troll will come. They'll just find the next person on TikTok. I feel bad, bro, because listen, I feel like I get a lot of views on TikTok. I don't know how many people stream on TikTok while they trade, but I get upwards of like 1,000 viewers at some point. So someone's gonna get a lot of haters when I leave, bro. Someone's gonna get a lot of haters. Hopefully they don't just come. YouTube chat's pretty good, man. I really can't complain about YouTube chat. What I will do though, for those who are not going to be coming, every single stream, I'm going to record it and post it on YouTube. So if you really can't afford, you just want to learn, I'm going to post the entire stream. Will you have a course? I will have a course. It'll just be included. For those who want to, I'm up on the day. Yeah, I am up on the day. The boss will just flock to the next trader. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I will post all the live streams from the Discord onto YouTube. So if you can't make it to the Discord, well, you'll still have the entire stream. And the course will just be included if some people want to learn. Yeah, I'll include a course, of course. Because I know the truth is some people are here to learn, you know. They don't just want to copy trade. I already have the course, actually. It's already done. It's basically everything on my YouTube, just a lot more in depth, you know? Because if I post that on YouTube, it's not going to get, the truth is it's not going to get that much, it's not going to get that, what's it called? There's not getting that many views. It's just boring. A lot of people don't want to listen to the boring stuff. Traction, yes, yes. People will just get bored. You know, people won't watch. I'll do giveaways and let people in for free, yeah. The man who enjoys the journey will walk further than the man enjoying death. It's a beautiful quote, man. It really is. I use that quote all the time. We can talk. We can talk, Diablo. Sheets won't forget Gatie's Quartal Prime. Trades taken today. We took 2. They're on screen right now. Although this isn't accurate because my funded account executions are slightly different. But we shorted here, partialed, stopped out the rest, shorted here, immediately stopped out, and then it ran lower. Sheets won't forget. Yeah. What happened to those games? 2 locked in now, bro. Full TP just hit. Good job, brother. Why am I still on phase 1? Probably not risking enough. Ain't got time for games, dog. You can message me on Discord, Danny. We'll talk. What is ES that you always use for S&T with it? Yeah, ES. Search up ES. Ain't got time for games. I don't know. I'm locked on this coding thing, man. It's gonna be so good. I'll also give all the coding sauce in the Discord. It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be a great time. I'm honestly really excited. I'm really excited to just see the same faces every day and lock in with the same people every day. Um, you know what I mean? Just the same faces. I got NQ longs at 941 at the time. I had to actually short one. Yeah, chopped out. But, nice, bro. Yeah, well done. How much to risk in a prop firm challenge per trade? Depends what firm and stuff. I risk on a 50K account anywhere from 500 to 1,000. Appreciate you, Johnny. Only game I'll be playing is backtesting NQ. Take care, Camelot. FTMO. What's the drawdown on that? 8%? I would risk 1%, bro, on eval. Maybe even 2%. Yes, I traded today. How much is gonna be the lifetime? Should I make a lifetime option? People want a lifetime option? Damn, bro. I don't know. How much should I make it? Never thought about that. 200 bucks lifetime access. What is that? 4 months. Lifetime access to streams or lifetime access to the other part? Oh, now it gets confusing. For streams, that would be a lot. Shorting from 2 4. I can add it, but lifetime access for streams. The issue is, I think I would only do the lifetime access for both. Because there's no. What if someone does lifetime access for streams, but then they also want to join the group after? Then they'd be paying extra, right? You can sell those feed picks, Dookie. No cap. Any trades today? I took 2 trades today. Where to buy a challenge? Depends what prop firm you want to use. I use Alpha Futures primarily. Some people do that too, right? But I'm gonna be honest. I mean, a lot of people just get payouts. Like a lot of the copy traders will come, and a lot of the copy traders are haters. I took 1 partial win and then 1 loss. On funded, we just took 1 win. On eval, we took 1 break even and 1 loss. Are indices and futures really different? Futures is an asset class. Indices is like the security itself. Futures, like anything can be a futures contract. Took my first ever W today. Nice, bro. Did you take a good trade or did you get lucky? Yep, this is the new Apex eval. This is just one of them. How they trade, how they copy trade with the, because they can't accept loss, bro. Make trading look easy. Trading is easy once you do all the hard stuff. All the hard stuff is off the screens. Lifetime offer. I guess I can do a lifetime offer. I'm not opposed to it. What is better, Alpha Futures or Top Step? In my opinion, Alpha Futures, but both, man. Use both. There's no reason to not use both. Use Alpha first and then move into Top Step. Been watching you over 2 days, learned a lot. I'll be here. Is this last stream? Oh, no. This is like probably January stuff. November, December, or January. We'll see. You still doing the fun and X method? I'm not gonna lie. The first account I got, we blew. And I haven't tried again since. Right now, I'm just focusing on Alpha Futures and Apex. Once I get my Apex accounts again, then I'll start Fund and X again. But I want to get those Apex accounts rolling first. I don't want to just be a degenerate and taking every single eval and every trade today. Shay was ideal. Yeah, it was really good trade. Really good idea today. Lifetime offer for copy, and then once you get a payout, you'll challenge move to the other lifetime offer. Yeah, exactly. And that's what's going to happen to most of the people. You're trying to get 20 accounts? Yeah, but I'm doing them 5 by 5. So I'll get 5, get a payout on 5, then go to 10, get a payout with 10, go to 50, whatever. Gems is good, man. Gems is peaking right now. Why don't you have top step accounts? I will get top step accounts eventually. Have you ever used top step? Yep, I've gotten payouts with top step before. Top step's great. It just doesn't make sense for me to copy trade with top step right now because the type of trade I'll be taking would be different. Right, no consistency rule on top step. Took 2 trades today. Is that Grant, bro? That's Grant, bro. Yeah, I took 2 trades today. 2 shorts. On the funded, partial win, 0.5 R. On the eval, we're down 1 R. At what age do you think you will move out? Hopefully next year, 2 years. Major fund and then method patch on with CPI and on top of your profit. There you go, bro. Just keep that slow and steady, and you'll get it from the next payout. All right, boys. We're gonna call it here. I appreciate you guys coming through. All the levels are getting hit now. I believe it is Nasdaq. Yeah, midnight opens in the play now. First low below midnight is right there. So, all in play. Peace, man. What's your favorite dish? I don't be cooking, bro. My girl be cooking. Damn, wish I help. It's impossible to tell. I don't think it was impossible. Like, I mean, the probability of it coming here is really high, but I do think it's very difficult. You know, you'd probably get stopped out before you hold. Peace out, Kate. Peace out, brother. I appreciate you guys. I will see you guys live Monday. I do like pizza. I'll see you guys live on Monday. And until Monday, take care.